Warning, this video isn't for anyone under the age of 16. If you're under 16 years old, please leave the video now because we do get into some adult type shit. Thank you. Yes, guys. This is the episode that I've been waiting for. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy CharlesISanimeWorld, and welcome to my review of Redo of Healer Episode 2. But this is a difference from last week. Last week I watched the episode censored. I didn't know there was an uncensored version. This week I watched the episode uncensored. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to showcase off to you guys the differences between the anime and the manga for episode 2. Now, you guys read the warning at the very beginning of the video. We're going to get into some adult type. It's going down, so let's get this thing started. So this episode 2, takes place between chapters 004.2 through 006.2. Basically 5 chapters. Okay, so episode 2 covers about 5 chapters of the manga. So let's talk about the first big difference. Okay, so in the manga, Flare brings Kiaru the laced tea, but for some reason or another in the anime, it was a maid that actually did it. Okay, so that's not really a big of a difference, but that's just one little change that the anime made, and I'm okay with that. Okay, so let's talk about the second big difference between the anime and the manga. So they changed the appearance of the captain of the Imperial Knights. In the anime, for some reason or another, he looks well groomed. He has a lot more armor on his body. I mean, he looks completely different from the way that he appears in the manga. In the manga, he seems like this mercenary. I mean, he has no armor on his body. He's not well groomed. He's an unsavory fellow, to say the least. Okay. So that's another big difference that they made. But I'm trying to figure out why in the world did the anime decide to clean him up so well. I don't know, to hide his viciousness for what happens later on. I don't know. Okay, but that's just a little hint towards in the future of this series. Anyway, the third difference between the anime and the manga is that in the manga, Flare doesn't send down women to fuck Kiaru. Okay. That's an anime only moment, and I'm okay with that. Actually, if I want to be serious for a second here, guys, before I get to the rest of the differences, the anime actually did the manga better than the manga. I mean, but the uncensored version, I don't know exactly how it went down in the censored version. I didn't see that. But the uncensored version of Redo of Healer for episode 2 was even better than the manga. Okay, so again, that's a first, because usually that doesn't happen. Well, for this particular episode, I don't know what's going to happen in future episodes, but if it continues this pattern where the anime is actually better than the manga from, when it gets down to viciousness and cruelty, then yeah, the anime has it hands down better than the manga. Okay, so let's get to another difference. They changed the appearance of the male hero who wanted to raise his level cap. Okay, also, he was by himself. He wasn't with the group of other guys, just watching. Also, they changed the act in which he extracted Kiaru's bodily fluids. In the manga, it was a BJ, okay? And in the anime, it seems that Kiaru was just a bottom. And, that's one big difference as well. So, again, that's really nothing to write home about. That's nothing game-changing. But, again, that's the difference between the anime and the manga. I believe that they changed that because most guys would find the BJ enjoyable. But when you look at it from the anime aspect and, you're just, a bottom, I guess that seems more vicious. That's why they changed the act. And also they had his friends watching, that made Kiara, I guess, feel even more ashamed. Again, though, Kiara wouldn't mind because he was on heavy drugs anyway. The anime is so much better than the manga because the three-way that happened in this anime when Kiaru was like in the dungeon being poisoned and he was with the man and the woman, that never happened in the manga. That was anime only, and it was great. I love that scene so much, because you can see both of them still trying to get Kiaru's bodily fluids, as it were, fighting over it because, they're trying to increase their level cap so much. Even Kiaru said that, they used to take him by force and things that, for some, and do things that wouldn't even increase their level cap, but they just did it anyway. I love that. That was a great scene as well. Also, The anime didn't show Kiaro take out the guards during his escape. For some reason or another, that was manga only. They never showed that in the anime. He just popped up and he already had the appearance of the Imperial Knights, you know, the captain. So they didn't show that. Again, like I said, the anime completely skipped Kiaro stealing the captain's appearance, you know, and they changed it from lashes to punches. In the manga, it was the number of punches, but in the anime, they changed it to lashes. I would assume that they thought that lashes were more vicious than just getting punched in the gut over and over again. And besides that, everything else was handled perfectly, even better than the manga. There was one part of the episode that they didn't have subtitles because it was uncensored, where Flair starts playing with herself. You know, when Kiara was about to do the deed. Um, they didn't. That never happened in the manga as well. That was anime only. Again, like I said, overall the anime handled this episode fantastic. I loved this episode so much, especially watching it uncut, uncensored, was phenomenal, fucking phenomenal. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, that'll do it, guys. That's been my review this week for Redo of Healer. Pointing out all the differences that I could see that happened between the anime and the manga for episode 2. If you guys seen any differences as well that I haven't pointed out, you know, kindly post them in the comment section. You know, let's talk about it. But overall, for me, this episode was perfect. It was even better than the manga. Okay, and that's coming from a person that's been reading the manga for over 2 years. I've colored panels for it, like I told you guys last week. I love this series, and I can't wait to meet my fox girl later on. But you'll well, not fox, wolf, yeah, my wolf girl later on. But you'll understand when you see her. But hey, that'll do it. Thank you guys so much. I will catch you guys next week, and hey, sayonara, suckers.